looking at what just happened now, not a surprise. You know, that was
this one. You know when you say you called it, it doesn't get more called than this. Because you said something. I was going to bring this to you. There was last week, the previous week race to this one. I think the previous race was Las Vegas, if I'm not mistaken.
Vegas. It was
the two of them crashed out.
Yes.
The two McLarens crashed out. I was like, Dixon. The build up to this finals was just epic. And we said obvious.
Verstappen is going to win the next one because he's going to win that one.
So that it's a three-horse race now.
It's a three-horse race.
First, second, third have won 7 races each.
Yes.
But Lando Norris still tops it. Max Verstappen is second and Oscar Piastri is in third. Whoever wins Abu Dhabi wins it. That's what they wanted. It's just like they took a leaf from the EPL playbook and said, you people think you can do top 4 finish drama, right? Yeah. Check us out. And for me, it's nice to see. It's just like watching wrestling these days. Yes, you know that Roman Reigns is doing what he's doing, but you just know because...
Is that the latest? Yeah.
That's the latest
it's
one.
Still, I see. By the way, I think
it's not an ultimate warrior.
It's not Kogan again.
No, Kogan is old school. That's old school.
It's not Andrew the Giant.
No. What people don't realize is that. Sorry, I digress on wrestling. The interviews are all over the internet.
Yes.
Where they tell you how that they rehearse. How do you rehearse a fight if it's not staged?
They'll not tell you. They'll rehearse. You carry my leg like this.
You carry my leg. Don't break my head.
When I charge. You just give me only elbow, small elbow by chest. I would know that's the sign that I will fall down. But
however, I know that people will be like, you are making light trying to make the games competitive, because when it gets one way, it becomes like, it gets boring. It's like City winning 4 in a row. All of a sudden, you're asking yourself, is EPL not a farmers league after all? But you need to spice things up and everything. However, that doesn't take away the discipline that goes into the sport. I can't overemphasize it enough. Many people watching, people drive. How many times have you driven up to 100 miles per hour? Now, not 100 kilometers per hour. 100 kilometers per hour is chicken change. 100 miles, meaning you're doing 160 kilometers per hour. Now, multiply that by 2 and be driving 300 kilometers per hour, and you're supposed to make sharp turns, and you're supposed to have reflexes, and you're supposed to... So, don't
those bends.
There's a whole lot of respect I have for these guys.
Yeah.
We may joke about, they're trying to make
even
it
wrestling, they train for it.
I mean, let them give you body slam on even bed sheet, on mattress, and you know how I feel. So, no joking about their trade, their craft, their skill, but we see through all these things, though.
Yes, and well, do I want to blame them? No, like I always said, when it comes to Formula One, so much money
goes into
this race, and they want to make. You need to keep the franchise going. You need to make it competitive. You need to make it worthwhile. At a point, they realized that, Lewis Hamilton, it got boring. People were just looking at, when the season will start, they just said, people started saying, just give the drivers title to Lewis Hamilton, because I think he won it back-to-back at a certain point. Yeah. Well, that 3 in a row.
3 in a row, actually.
He won 3 in a row. So we predicted this to happen, but it's just because we've sat down and studied and see through all this stuff. Like we said, all credit to the drivers, because they've earned everything. Even if we understand that, especially when if you want to start hearing some instruction from the control room, that's when you know if they leak all those.
They don't need to leak it. It's available online.
No, there are some they won't put online.
Yeah, definitely.
There are some they won't put online because it's so indicting. There are some they won't put online. But at the end of the day, we look at it, what they've done. It's really drama. For Formula One fans, it's drama all to the end. And like we always sit down, I just think that who will finally win this is, I see 2 drivers having issues than one going ahead to win it. I think they will cancel out each other only because a car had issue, a flat tire, or a crash out. I don't see this final one. This final, something just tells me I won't see one driver, being the best from, from start to finish. I just think they'll start. There'll be controversy and 2 laps or 1 lap to the end.
Will they bring the safety car in the last lap?
They want to repeat that scenario.
They won't use that playbook again. They've used it before.
Yes, it's too soon. It's too soon. So I just think there'll be issue with tire, or they'll just tell one another, just go crash Norris, or just go crash Verstappen, or crash. Then one will just say, we will win. And the story will be that, because these guys crash, these guys had tire problem or engine problem. Let's see next season how they will come back. Not that they were too good.
Coach Dixie, the scriptwriter.
Not that they were too good. It was just unfortunate that his car had issues. He would have won. It's just unfortunate his tire had issues. He would have won. But, any winner, whether it was from the boardroom or from the racetrack, I want to say in advance, congratulations.
Yeah,
but we can't tell who the chosen one is.
No, we don't know yet. We just don't know yet. It's up to them and their playbook. I don't know why I'm seeing Max Verstappen winning it. I don't know. So that they can create the story of against all odds.
Come back.
Exactly.
Then they'll just tell McLaren, we've given you construction title. Enjoy this. But for me, my own interest here, when will Ferrari enter the...
I don't know. Ferrari was supposed to take over in 2022. 2022 was their proposed date of comeback.
Yes.
We've been waiting for them. They even now carried 7-time world champion to be in their side. And it
seems they've even gone worse. Where will they go in the big books? I hope next season they'll be in the mix because long time now, maybe they had their own fair share of dominance in that part. So
they've had their own share. We've seen the Ferrari era pass, the Mercedes-Benz era rise and fade away. And now it's the rise, McLaren, not McLaren, Red Bull. With Verstappen and co. Now we're seeing the rise of McLaren. They've already won the Constructors' title, so let's see how next season goes. For me, it's just too obvious because, I've been driving for how many years? I did not forget any day. There's no point since the day I learned how to confidently drive that I said, I don't know how to drive again. Yes, I know that form may dip based on, because you can't maintain the same mindset, mentality forever. Sometimes you may feel a bit better than other days. Sometimes things may work for you. Sometimes it rains. Sometimes your car is not great. Different factors may happen, but okay, if you can drive, you can drive. You always compete at the top. You can't come and...
Not even say I'm meeting
his last few Mercedes years were not so great. Then he has the new kids that came and met him that have not won any world championship. And they are doing better than him. He's in Ferrari, they are in Mercedes. They are doing better than him.
No, they are younger, they are reflex. They are sure that they are moving faster.
Okay.
But let me just, before we move on to other sports, let me just tell you how the rankings are. Lando Norris still tops with 408 points, followed closely behind with Max Verstappen, 396 points, Oscar Piastri with 392. Outside, for the outside guys, I want to call the top 5. We have George Russell with 309, and the Ferrari Charles Leclerc with 230.
I think he's been the most unfortunate of all the drivers. At least, Hamilton can even say, I'm 7-time world champion.
Yes.
So he can rest easy. But Leclerc, there was a time we thought he was going...
the next big thing.
Next big thing after Lewis Hamilton, to be precise. When they brought him into Ferrari, we thought it was going to be the next big thing. How Max Verstappen just came and did like this is shocking. Is it MPFL where if you don't do what you're supposed to do, nothing for you, you just be there?
You can't rule it out.
Anyways,
but by next week, anyway, we'll get to see the champions.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're going to jump into yet another sport. I won't touch on basketball just yet. I want to jump into the Premier League. Exciting weekend we had, and more exciting yesterday and the day before on the Prime Sports Group on King's Chat. Things got a bit feisty, and I don't know why Chelsea fans are feeling bad because of the way things turned out in the group, that is. Because a lot of them are feeling like, come on, you people are not fair to Chelsea fans. But that and more after this. We'll go on a short break. During the break, we'll show you all the goals from the Premier League this past weekend, especially the London derby between world champions and seeming champions-elect of the Premier League. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Prime Sports will be here.
Full title defence. Brilliant by the Nigerian. Simply brilliant.
All right, you're welcome back. Interesting highlights there, and that's how the games went all over the weekend. I think some interesting games would have to be, for me, Liverpool's win. Finally, Isak has scored. Are they going to now pick up the pieces from there? Another one was Man U's comeback. For me, when they considered the first goal, Mateta penalty, I thought game over Man United. I thought it was just going to go downhill from there. But two of their suspects, not good suspects now, suspects, people that everybody's eyes have been on because of bad performance, poor performance, rescued the day. Xerxes and, of course, Mason Mount pulling that one.
Bad performance. I don't think they've not been given enough time to.
But when they give them time,
play.
they don't do anything.
Footballers, sometimes it doesn't work out like that, where you want people to come and perform wonders because.
You want to compare the Mason Mount that left Chelsea to the Mason Mount that entered Manchester
United. But let's
United.
not forget that there was a time he was out of football for almost 18 months. Not easy to come back. Many people will not come back. People with different bodies. But let's see if he can. No, for me, the talent is always going to be there. Yeah, you might get to a bad patch, a bad form, but like I always say, form is temporary, class is permanent. So I won't doubt the talent. That talent is there. It's Champions League winner. It wasn't just a passenger. It was a driver in that Champions League win for Chelsea. So that class has always been there. The good thing is that the surprising thing was Bruno allowing Mason Mount take the free kick. So that's what I was even shocked because he's all over set piece, pull the captain rank and try to play the free kick. But you have yourself and Aki bash this team when they lost to Everton. But I won't commend them too much. But good win. We want to see a run of form, a run of victory.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because everybody have always said they won the game. The fans were not too excited. They said, I just hope
they can keep it.
They can keep it. We keep hearing, I hope they can keep it. So their next set of games, we want to see if they can keep that form and beat the Manchester United that we know. Not a full package yet. You see, sometimes you see them play some football, you're like, the identity is not too there. I don't know if the personnel of how Amorim wants to play. Maybe we'll give him time a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not time for him to judge him so well. But are they better than last season? Maybe, just maybe. They should because they don't have European engagement.
Yes.
So they are settled in playing the league. So we'll see how that goes. For Liverpool, good win for them. Bringing small smiles to Slot's face because right now the pressure is just too much. I don't know whether it's coming from the fans, it's coming from the board. But
it's coming from the poor performances. You can't lose 4 in a row. You're Liverpool. You can't lose.
Good, but
at home.
When I said the pressure is too much, why are we talking about sacking a coach? Saying, okay, he has 3 games. A coach that just delivered you the title. A coach that just delivered you.
Is what follows 3 in a row loss. Once you lose 3 in a row, the next thing that will ring in anybody's head, maybe it's time to go. They probably didn't mean it.
He just won last season. What if that was
didn't you win a double and sack the coach at the end of the?
We all know Abramovich era. But didn't we have this season with Guardiola? And you know what? At the end of the day, it was something that the board never thought of. Even though the fans were talking about it and the rival fans were, clamoring for it. Oh, it's time to Guardiola to go. But the board never thought about it because of the respect that they have for the
You can't compare Guardiola and Slot now.
I know, but I'm just saying that it's too near. If he had won this championship and this was his 3rd season and he's playing like this, we say, okay, maybe it's just time or maybe he doesn't have anything to offer. But just a few months ago, he was champion of England. and you are saying sack a coach that just won you the
Let me
EPL.
tell you why.
I
Let me
just
tell you
think
why.
that it
Because
needs time.
they are probably looking at clubs that have gone down this rabbit hole and how they are still recovering. Chelsea seems to be the best to have recovered from that stage. But look at United. With everything, all the investments spent by Ten Hag, Eric Ten Hag, apart from the FA Cup, what else do they really have to show for it? Not so much, based as in compared to the investment. Now, Liverpool won the league last season with clubs, mostly clubs players. They expected that if we give this coach what he wants, they spent how much? How much was just Ekitike and Florian Wirtz alone? Okay, plus Isak. You're talking of over 300 million. Then you lose 4 in a row. Some people will lose it because you feel that so much investment, and even Chelsea when they had the early stages after they signed Enzo and Caicedo, didn't lose 4 in a row. They didn't lose 4 in a row. So I can understand the sentiment. They don't really mean he should go. They just mean they just want to change. So it's not like they really wanted the coach to go, because at the end of the day, if he goes, who's going to come?
Yeah, and before we move on, I just want to set something straight, because if you do, you're fine. I know at the end of the day, it's the coaches that people see. It's the coaches people.
Absolutely.
There are the top guys that really control the running. Yes, you deal with football matters on the pitch, but when it comes in to coming in and coming out, it is the sporting directors. And I know at the end of the day, we are going to listen and hear, maybe by the time Slot leaves, that some of those players were not, were not
Players that he
great.
wanted.